page. I'll enter the proper course number here, making sure I enter the version, and then click Populate Course Details. So this tells me that the course length is 3 days, and the voucher is also worth 3 days. Now, if the voucher days had been less than the course length, I would have had to contact the customer and request that they arrange some other form of payment for those extra days. If the scenario is reversed, and the voucher days are more than the course days, the additional days will automatically be credited back to the customer once the voucher is paid. Remember, partners, the invoice you send to the RSC should reflect the course length and not the days reflected on the voucher, unless they are the same. Microsoft will only reimburse you for the actual days that you provided training. Next, I'll enter the course date. I'm going to make sure I follow the proper time-date format here. Now I need to specify a cancel by date on this page. Please ensure you inform the customer of your local course cancellation policy. Now I'm going to scroll down and click Reserve Voucher. This means that the customer has committed to taking a class at a future date using their voucher. It also means that I, as the partner, have committed to providing this course at a future date with the voucher as payment. So everything is going well. The customer has requested training, provided a valid voucher, and the partner has reserved the voucher. Once the voucher has been reserved, the partner can print a hard copy or email a copy of the confirmation to themselves or to the customer. Now, if something happens and the voucher has to be canceled, I can go into the Voucher Activity Report, select the voucher, and then click Cancel Reservation. This will completely delete the voucher from my system, and the voucher will automatically go back into the assigned status, which means it is waiting to be used by the employee. But we don't want to cancel, so let's assume that everything went well, I provided training to the customer, and everyone is happy. Redeem the voucher. When the training is complete, I'll go back into the VVR tool to redeem the voucher. So I'll sign back in and click Redeem Voucher. And it brings me to this page. So I'm going to click on the box next to the voucher I want to redeem. Enter the invoice number, and then click Redeem Selected Vouchers. Next, I get a confirmation page, of which I can send a copy to Excel or email it to myself or someone else within my company. I'll then go to the Voucher Activity Report to verify that the status of the voucher has been changed to redeemed. I'll just scroll over right here. And I see that it has. It's important that the status of all vouchers is changed to redeemed before the redemption and invoice forms are sent to the RSC for payment. Payment will not be made for a voucher that has not been redeemed in the system. Therefore, if the status is set to reserved, payment will be delayed. Now I can see which vouchers are currently in the redeem status by selecting the redeem status from the drop-down list up here and clicking OK. If I want to see all vouchers in this status, I'll just change the activity and last field to all days and click OK. Remember, all questions pertaining to the SATV program should be addressed to your local regional service center. You can find the RSC contact information by clicking Contact Us. It will be imperative for the RSC to have the best contact information of the person within your organization who handles training voucher issues and subsequent payment of those vouchers. Paid by vendor. In this section, we will discuss redemption and invoice forms. The forms used in this video are just examples. Please consult your local RSC for the correct redemption form for your region. The invoice form is created by your company and is a required step in the payment process. So as you can see in this example, there are 2 forms that must be completed before payment can be sent. Both forms must be completely filled out and sent together to the RSC within 60 days after completion of the training. On both the redemption and invoice form, it is important that the partner name and ID used on the forms match with the information in the SATV contract signed at the beginning of the enrollment year. Please consult the partner portal for further information pertaining to the enrollment period, or contact your local RSC to update your information. Now, when filling out these forms, make sure your invoice number matches the invoice number you write on the redemption form. Also, make sure you enter the approved pricing and tax amount for your region right here. To recap the most critical points, make sure all vouchers are moved to redeem status before sending an invoice and redemption form to the RSC. Once the invoice is created, make sure that the days on the redemption form match the days on the invoice form. Be certain that the customer understands your local cancellation policy. Also, make sure that the RSC has the name, phone number, and email address of the best contact for SA-related issues in your organization, especially for billing questions. And finally, remember that a customer has 180 days to use their voucher from the creation of their voucher, and not from the day the voucher was reserved at your location. The voucher expiration date can be found in the email that is sent to the customer when the voucher was created. Thank you for watching. I hope I've answered all your questions about the software assurance training voucher process. I'd also like to know what you think about this training video. Please email Amber at vvrvideo@microsoft.com. Thanks again. Goodbye.